Hi everyone, it's Irene and I have a little project I'd like to share with you today. I've been working on some of my first pocket pal letters and pocket letter pals, however you'd like to say it. Beautiful creation by Janet Lane. And these are some of my starter sheets right here. And I just love working with this paper that I haven't been able to use otherwise. So I think I found a new home for these beautiful papers. And all the scraps can be used also, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But what I've made for these little pocket little pals is I've made some vellum pockets filled with sequins and micro beads. And what I did was I cut the size out of vellum that I got from Joann's. They come in a packet that looks like this. I think they're 2 for $10 right now. I think that's what that sale is going on. And I cut them to size, which is 2.5 by 3.5. I sew the sides up that look like this. I get it all cut up first, then I sew them all up. And, oh, I'm sorry, I went ahead, I usually emboss first. I use my embossing ink. And I have some embossing powder here. So the embossing powders I picked up from Joann's many, many years ago. And I'm just so happy that I still have them. And I'm able to use them. And the reason why you see two of each color, is because one's glitter, one is without glitter, and then there's a clear. But this is really pretty embossing powders. And here are the micro beads, really pretty colors. They come in different sizes and different colors, but these are just my starter kits that I've had for a long time in my stash. And so what I do is I get everything all embossed and ready to go first. And these are some of the stamps I chose to use for some upcoming pocket letter pals. And I know everybody's going to ask about the bicycle. This comes from Hero Arts. Really sweet bike. And the reason why it has an X on it, some people have been asking because they've been seeing my stash here. The X means that when I purchase it, I've stamped it out and cataloged the stamp. That way I don't buy a double, because I hate buying doubles. It's a pain in the butt to return them. This stamp store is not really local to me. It's about an hour away, and to drive down just to return something, it's a pain. So, yeah, I put an X as soon as I catalog it and make sure it's not a double. So that's what I did there. There's the other stamp. I think you can get this from Joann's. And this I got from American Crafts. Just a little mason jar. Really sweet. So I embossed them all out, got them all ready. I put them together and sewed, and I used red thread on purpose. You can use any thread, but I chose to do that because I want it to pop. Then I go ahead and fill them all up with sequins, micro beads, whatever you wish. Really fun to make. On some of them, I do back them up. Some people were wondering, how did I get colored vellum? And it's not colored vellum. What it is scrap paper that I got from this pad right here that I just backed up to the vellum. So here's all the vellums I've cut up, ready to go. And instead of sewing two vellums back to back, I take one of my pieces of paper and I put it, and see how you can get that to come through? That's how I got this look right here. And this is ready to go with the gold sequins and micro beads. And I'm able just to put it inside my pocket pal letter. In the back if I wish, in the front. It all fits just fine. Really fun. It's a cute little noise maker in that thing, and it's just different. Just a different way to put them in there. You can also put them in the front, but because I have this design going, it's probably going to stay in the back, but see, it fit here just fine if I wanted to. So that's how I make these little vellum packets. If you're into project life, my daughter is, and some of these things were made for her many years ago, and so any technique that you've learned for project life, you can adapt to this project, the pocket letter pals, which is a lot of fun. The other thing you can do is use your Stays On ink and just stamp out some things. Here's some extras that I'm working on. Really cute. And the other thing you can do is you can work with acetate, but you got to be very careful when you work with acetate because you have to use one of these pouches to get the static out. Shimmy it across, stamp out your image, and you still don't get all the static out. And so this is a different way of doing it, and it's like no problem, but it's not very clean because no matter what you do, you're still going to get that static that attracts that powder. But it is a cute way of doing it. So I have some of these done. They're just not finished being sewn on top, but really cute. Some of the ones I've been doing right here. Really fun. So that's just a different way you can do it if you didn't want to use vellum. You can also take apart these pockets and make them in that way. So there's just a lot of fun and different ways you can use this particular process. But I just love them. Very addicting, very different, unexpected, and fun to receive and make. So check out your sequences. Great way to use them up. Great way to use up that vellum that's on sale right now at Joann's. And have fun, you guys. And remember, save all your scraps because you can make a lot of things with them from the scrap paper and from the vellum. Yep. So thanks, everyone. Hope this helped those who are inquiring. And if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.